Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's session we are going to discuss about the Python variable. So we will discuss from the very basic like what is the variable and how we can use the variable in the Python. Everything, all the details we are going to discuss in this session. So in previous video we already discussed much more about the Jupyter notebook, how to do the execution, the keyboard shortcuts related to the kernel restarting, and all those things we discussed related to the Jupyter in my previous videos. So if you are not aware about those, I'm providing link in the description. Apart from that, we have the Java series, Python series, Postman API series. So everything, if you are interested, please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's start with this today's session. So in today we are discussing about the Python variable. So in Python, variable are used to store the data values. So variable are created by assigning a value to name using the equal to operator. For example, I'm taking example here. Suppose x is equal to, I'm assigning the value as the 10. So here x is the variable name. We are using this equal to. That means we are assigning this value, any value, to this variable which is present at the left side, that is the x, and we are assigning the value as the 10. So basically variable are used to store the data. So variable you can consider like anything like a box where we are putting any value or any object in that. So in box you are keeping something, that is the box of that particular object. So same like we are creating one box and we are putting the value. So here we are putting the value as the 10. So for that we are using the equal to operator. So Python is a dynamically type, which means that you don't need to declare the type of the variable. It is inferred from the assigned value. So basically when you saw in Java, when you are declaring the variable, basically we write like this, like int I, something like this, right? In the Java. So there we declare what is the data type, and it is necessary to declare what exactly the data type and what kind of variable we are creating. But in Python, you don't need to declare the type of the variable. You can directly write the variable name is equal to value. So that is the advantage or some of the good features that Python is offering. So let's see some of the examples of the variable. So here we have declare an integer variable. So for the execution, you can press Shift plus Enter, that we have already discussed in the previous video in the keyboard shortcuts. We don't need to write any keywords here. Like for example, int I is equal to 10 or a variable, something like that. We don't need to write any keywords. We can directly just declare using the variable name. For example, I can write name is equal to, for example, our JP Learning Hub. So I can write name like this. Let press shift and enter. Yes, it is accepting the value. So we can put different values. For example, in this case, I'm putting the integer value. Then here I'm putting the string variable value. You can put the float value as well. Any type of data value you can put in the variable. So when you are writing the variable name, there are some rules you need to follow. So it must start with a letter or an underscore. I will write the here all these things. So variable name must start with letter or underscore. Then it can contain a letter, number, and underscore, but cannot start with number. So you cannot write like one, then something underscore ty, something like that. This type of variable name is not applicable. So there are some rules. So suppose example I'm writing like this, name underscore 1. This is fine. You can write the variable name in this way. You can use the underscore or you can use the numbers, you can use the characters, and you can create your own variable name. Variable name is the case sensitive. For example, here we have declared x is equal to 10. Let me just press shift plus enter. Okay, now we have declare x is equal to 10. Suppose if I want to print the x value, how can I print that? I can just simply write x and just execute this. You are getting the value as the 10. Or you can write like print in bracket x and just press shift plus enter, you are getting the same value. So these are the two way. In this two way you can execute the value or get the value of the x. Suppose I'm writing like this capital X. Instead of the small x, I'm writing the capital X. Let's see what exactly the output we are getting. We are getting the error as the name error. All this error we already discussed in the previous session, and how to resolve error, that also we discussed. So name error why we are getting is this name x is not defined. As x we have mentioned this in the capital, so Python is the case sensitive, so that's why it is very important to mention the variable name, whatever, like in small letter then you need to mention in the small letter, or capital letter then you need to mention in the capital letter, as the Python is the case sensitive. Let's discuss if we can change the variable value. So you can change the type of a variable at the runtime. Even you can change the value. For example, here I'm doing x is equal to, now suppose 2. Okay. And I just press enter and x, shift plus enter. Now I'm getting the x value as the 2. Previously it was 10. Now I change the x value as the 2. Here I just change the value. Now this is in the type as a integer. Now let me change it to the string value. So x is equal to hello. So now I change the value from the integer to the string. Let's execute this x. Now we are getting the output as the hello. So you can change the type of the variable also. Then can we assign multiple variable at once? Yes, we can. For example, here I am writing suppose a comma b comma c is equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3. Here I have mentioned three variables and I assign the three values to them. So now what we are assigning, like a is equal to 1, b is equal to 2 and c is equal to 3. So in the sequence wise it will assign all the values here. So let's see, suppose if I'm printing a and c value, and let's shift plus enter, you can see for c it is showing value 3, for a it is showing value 1, for B, it is showing value 2. So A is mapped to 1, B is mapped to 2, and C is mapped to 3. So in the sequence wise, it is mapping. Suppose if I given 3 variables and 4 value, then what will happen? Let's see that also. I'm giving the 3 variables and the 4 value. For example, 9 comma 9 comma 8 comma 7 comma 6. So here I have created three variables and as I'm assigning the four values to them. Okay. So this is wrong because how the system will understand how we are doing the mapping. So for example, A is mapped to 9, B is mapped to 8, C is mapped to 7, then 6 value. So here we will get the error. Let's see what kind of error we are getting. So we are getting value error here. Too many values to unpack. Expected values are 3. So if I remove the 6, this error will be gone. So we are getting the value error here. There are two types of variable, global variable and the local variable. So for example, a variable declared inside a function is the local to that function, and variable declared outside all the function is global and can be accessed inside function using the global keyword. So let's see the example. For example, I'm assigning here the capital X value. X is equal to 5. This is what? This is my global variable. Let me mention here. This is my global variable. Then I'm creating one function name as the test, and inside that, if you want to call your function global function, then you need to write global capital X. Okay, and here I'm mapping the value capital X is equal to 10. So this is we are modifying the global value. Okay, so this is the local variable here. This x is equal to 10 is the local variable here. So let's press shift and enter. Okay, sorry, we are expecting the colon here. I forgot the colon. Now let's execute this one. Okay, and now I'm checking the x value. We are getting 5. There are the constant. So Python does not have a built-in constant type, but by convention, variables with name all caps are considered to be the constant. For example, the pi value. So this is related, all related to the variable. In the next session, we are going to discuss about the data type. So if you have any question related to the Python variable, you can put down that in the comment section. I will try to respond them as soon as possible. So thank you for watching this video till the end. If this video is useful for you, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video. Thank you once again and have a nice day.